Ladies, gentlemen, and cats of the internet, this is CapnGoof, and this is the first crack of Race the Sun. This is a minimalist, procedurally generated racer put up by a small indie studio called FlippFly. You have this solar-powered craft, and so you're quite literally racing the sun. And your game ends when either the sun sets and can no longer power you, or you crash headlong into something at enough speed. It's available for Windows, Mac OS, and Linux directly from the developers for about $10 via the Humble Store widget. It supports keyboard, mouse, and controllers. I'm playing here on Windows, so I'm using the Xbox 360 controller, which I didn't even have to configure. And I haven't verified it, but I assume that the Mac OS version supports the Sony PlayStation 3 controller out of the box, since there's native OS support for it. Now, every day there's a new procedurally generated level, and there's a global leaderboard for it as well. Let me bring that up. Wow. So it seems to reset at around 2 a.m. Eastern or around 11 p.m. Pacific in the US. You can also create your own worlds. And you can download and vote on other worlds that other players made right in the game. So let's actually get started. So left and right moves you left and right. And initially... Pooch that up there. So I'll actually bring up the achievement system, and it reminds me of Andreas Illiger's Tiny Wings on iOS. That is, you have 3 objectives that you need to eventually complete. When you do that, you kind of, level up. Now, in Tiny Wings, what that got you was a better nest for more score multipliers. And this, it actually, unlocks abilities and power-ups. So these yellow things do 2 things. They're a speed boost, but they also extend the daylight. Now, initially, all I could do is I can move left or right. Ooh. And I'm being way aggressive here, by the way. This is not this hard. All I could do is move left and right and collect these blue triangles for an extra 100 points. Now, eventually I was able to start collecting the yellow boosts, which do 2 things. They give me a speed up, but they also actually extend the daylight. I'm getting greedy. Then I got the ability, so if I collected 5 of these blue triangles, it actually increased my score multiplier, which actually gets ticked off if you take a non-head-on collision. So if I, nick something with my wing, I actually lose multiplier. I'm not sure if it's a full reset or not. I tend to crash headlong into things. So then I unlock the jumps that I can collect too. Right now I can only have 1, it seems. Probably can unlock the ability to get more. But that allows me to press the A button here on the Xbox 360 controller and jump over things that I'm going to, probably collide head-on into, or to potentially use it to collect other stuff. Yep, see, there was a reduction. One of the things I have is I have a magnet on my ship, so you can actually unlock other ships, and you can unlock upgrades to ships. You probably notice on the right-hand side I've got a magnet. Ooh! And, again, getting a little greedy. But anyways, there's a lot of unlockables. Oh, I was way too late on that. That's fine. So this game was originally kickstarted some time ago. I actually don't remember when the campaign was, because I hadn't heard about it until recently today. And it was successful. They only asked for about $20,000. And to put that into perspective, guys, that's not just money that goes in your pocket. Kickstarter takes a cut for payment processing costs and other things. You pay taxes on that. And I'm playing way aggressively. So that really wasn't asking for much. And again, this is available on 3 platforms. It's also been on Steam Greenlight for well over a year at this point, and it is not greenlit, so that's why these guys are selling it themselves through the Humble Store widget. And at this point, their sales have kind of tapered off around the 7,400, 7,500 unit mark, which sounds like a lot of money, but it's not when you're, 2 guys trying to support your families. I like to point out the aesthetic of this game. There's no real textures. It's a very minimalist style. It actually reminds me of the original Star Fox a bit. On the SNES. Which I did have when I was, I think it came out when I was in 5th grade. There's some cool shader effects. There's a nice minimalist soundtrack, and you're listening to it here because I've made sure it was loud enough to be heard. Ooh. It's not a high-energy soundtrack, but actually, if the sun really does start to set, it actually starts to convey that urgency very well. And despite the fact that it's really basic, it's still pretty. Yeah, I'm not that risky. Sure, there's other people that take the chances here. Also, notice how like some of these things are casting shadows, when I'm not crashing into them. That will actually slow your ship down, because you're not receiving power. Try to get a good run. I've gotten up to Region 4 so far today. Like 30th ranked, I think. Try to keep my daylight. Ooh, up. And trust me when I say these are easy, it starts to get, I'd say, noticeably harder. There's definitely a pretty smooth skill ramp. So, notice in the second region we started having larger objects. We started having items that were falling over. In the third region, there were craft behind me shooting, missiles into the ground. There were tunnels. There was a lot of shadowed area. You actually had to be really mindful. In some cases, you really wanted to save your jumps so you could get on top of stuff and just collect a ton of multipliers, or to really avoid some ugly terrain. See, like over there, that stuff was in the air. You needed to jump just to be able to even get it. Ooh. Okay. We got, like, stuff moving around. A decent multiplier going. Doing okay. Yeah. I'm getting a little ballsy here. Ooh. Yeah. Don't ask me why I'm not jumping. Probably what I should be doing. I should just be smacking the A button instead of leaving it to chance. You actually get a lot of height, too. You don't just, like, get a jump. I mean, you really glide for a while. I mean, what are my thoughts on this so far? One of my thoughts is, why isn't this on iOS? I mean, it really seems to be a game where you just would tilt left and right. You'd have a jump button. You'd have a pause button. That's kind of it. You do tilt controls, actually, I think, very well in a game like this. But it's a game you just kind of get in the zone in, and it's actually been very difficult for me to commentate, because that's what's happening. You just kind of get focused, and you just kind of get in a little bit of a trance, and you're just, it's kind of like playing Wipeout or the original F-Zero. Where, yes, it's very fast. You have to be focused. You have to pay attention. You don't have much of a choice, honestly. Ooh. Alright. Ugh. I'm like not... The other thing, too, is I don't, like, sometimes go very wide on these levels. I don't really go too far to the right or left, so I'm, like, encountering terrain I've never seen before. Like, I didn't realize this happened on this level. Ooh. I wanted that boost, but there's no way I was gonna get there. Ooh! That was nice. Got a good multiplier here. We're gonna go into Region 3. We need boosts, though. The sun is starting to set a bit. Up to a 10 times multiplier. We at least get the boost that the birdie drops. Very nice. A lot of stuff that falls in this level. Oop, see? Shadows. Go! I wanted that boost. Hey, we unlocked another level. Your starting multiplier is increased from 1 to 2. Alright, cool. I was 52nd. That's how far... I don't know if there's an end. I assume there is. I assume that the levels actually end after something like, I don't know, like 15 or 16, you know, 15 or 20 regions or something. You know, it's a real shame, actually, that this isn't on Steam, because I think this is a game that there's definitely an audience for. I mean, guys like me who are old F-Zero players, you know, guys from like the SNES era, or someone who just wants something a bit different. I mean, for example, Trackmania, I mean, that's a fantastic, and I mean fantastic racing title. I mean, it's just lovely to play. Something like this is obviously a lot simpler, but if you're the kind of person that likes achievements, the person that likes leaderboards, the person that likes comparing yourself to other people, I mean, I think this is a great time. I mean, it's kind of like, honestly, if I was to wish for anything, I would actually hope that there's like a sudden death leaderboard. Maybe I just haven't unlocked it yet. But something where you have that Spelunky Daily Challenge feeling where, hey, you got one chance to get this right. How good are you? I'm gonna go this way a little bit, because I remember seeing this stuff that I didn't see before. Move this away. Yeah, here we go. Ooh. Alright, a little leery there. Like a little off the beaten path. Ooh. Wow, that's a big multiplier hit. I don't know whether that cut it in half or what. That was substantial. Okay, we did alright. In Region 2. And this isn't a game where you probably notice it requires a huge time investment, though they're saying that the average play session is nearly 2.5 hours, which is really impressive. And I want boosts. Boost! Boost! There we go. There's a lot of boost actually on this level. I want to get it because it's so delicious. Gives me such nice sunshine. There we go. So I think I got to get off the beaten path a little bit here, maybe. Or not. All right, Region 3. Wow, that was actually fast. I got a 14 multiplier. And the sun is... Oh, that was actually a jump, not a boost. Alright, we're going to Region 4. This is where it starts getting hard. Hear the music. Change! Oh my god. Yeah, there... Woo! Okay. So, noticeable difficulty ramp here. Oh my god. I think that's not really mandatory. I think I'm just taking like a rather optional route there. Yeah, and here come the nukes. Whoa! That's a blinding flash if there ever was one. I got through it. Oh wow, I got to deal with clouds now. That was not something I was expecting. Wow, that actually makes things really interesting. Whew. Whew. Oh god. This is that music just kind of bringing in that urgency. Oh my god. Wow. This is absolutely incredible. Folks, if you got 10 bucks, I mean, seriously, pick it up. Oh god. And there ends that run. That was actually pretty good. Unlock level 7 world portal key. Fly into a different world portal, a different game world, and return after one region. Interesting! What is my score? It's gotta be pretty decent. 26. Let's give this one more shot, shall we? This is just so good. Whoa! Looking for boost. Looking for boost. I'm seeing boost, and I'm not seeing it when I can grab it. The thing that is interesting is, I mean, the levels are pre-generated. I mean, there's basically a seed that you're just continuing to play. So you could just keep running it and develop a route. What I'm, like, kind of trying to do, but I'm failing at it pretty badly. Look at that, doing a barrel roll. About Peppy yelling at me. Get our big boost. There we go, sun's back up in the sky. Whoa, there's our portal. I have no idea what's in here. All I know is there's so many power-ups. Oh my god. I'm just, like, getting a crazy multiplier here. I guess I'm in space, so I mean, I guess I've got, like, infinite solar power right now. Like it's ending? Yep. Okay, so we're back to... I guess we complete the region then. I'm starting off with a 19 multiplier going into region 3, which is pretty good. Woo! I didn't remember that happening. Folks, let's bring up the leaderboard. I can just scroll through it. There I am, 26. Not doing too bad. I'm gonna bring you back to the main menu. We just go to our configure ship, and we'll notice that we only have. Well, maybe it's just a single ship, but I mean, there's I have the magnet, but there's other things as well that I haven't unlocked. There's keeps track of your statistics, badges. Folks, this is Race the Sun. You can go to FlippFly.com, pick it up for 10 bucks. You can also vote for it, and I recommend you vote for it on Steam Greenlight if you actually want to be able to buy it on Steam. This is CapnGoof, signing off.